Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie Crafts. In today's video, we are going to see how we can create this 3D low poly model of owl head, which can also be used as a hanging decoration from the ceiling. So let's get started. Open the application Blender. Blender is a free and open source application available for both Windows and Mac. Have a mouse handy because a lot of actions are controlled by mouse. Press tab to go into the edit mode once you see the default viewport, and you can delete that default cube by pressing X and then choosing to delete. Also on the left hand side of my screen you will see all the key combinations that I am using for easy reference. To build the owl, start by adding a round cube. For that, press Shift A on your keyboard and this will open up the addition menu. You can use mouse scroll wheel button to zoom in and zoom out of the 3D viewport, and you can utilize the center button. If you click it and move it around, then you can see your 3D viewport in different directions. Since our low poly model is symmetrical, we are only going to build the right half of the owl face and the left half will be replicated by using the mirror functionality in Blender. So first we'll need to delete half the cube. So for that, start by activating the X-ray mode by pressing that X-ray option button at the top right in the 3D viewport. Now select the left half of the vertices, but do not select the center line because that is where the left and the right hand faces are going to be joined. Press X to delete and select vertices to delete. Now we are only left with the left half. Now go into the modifier and select the mirror option, which will mirror the right hand side on the left hand side. So now we only need to work on the right hand side, and everything we do on the right hand side will get replicated on the left hand side also. So the first thing that we are going to do is to build ears of the owl, and for that we need to move from the front view to the top view. So press 7 on the number keypad. It will take you to the top view. Now I'm going to use those two squares on the center to create that ear, but I need the middle portion of these two squares, and this was one of my very first videos and I was not aware of the different functionalities of Blender, so I did it in a very primitive and a very simple way. So all I did was that I divided the edges into two parts. So basically 4 edges got converted into a total of 8 edges, and then I removed those faces from those two squares and recreated the faces again by selecting the respective vertices and pressing F on the keyboard to create the face. When you have done some selection and you press X to delete, there are multiple options that come up. If you select only faces, then the faces will go away, leaving the entire wireframe structure around the face intact. That means all the 4 edges and the 4 vertices that make up the face will remain as it is. If in case you choose faces and edges, then except the outline of the selection that you have done, everything else in between go away. So the edges in between the selection will move away, the faces in between the selection will also get deleted, but the outline structure of your selection will remain as it is. So choose as per your need. In my case, I wanted to remove faces and then I wanted to remove that center edge, so I selected that edge and selected the option delete only edges and faces. So that's how you do the different selections and different action, and what is the purpose of these options. Now that I have that center portion made, now I need to extrude the ear. So for extrude, press E and then drag your mouse to extrude to the required length of the ear, and at the top my ears are going to be pointy. So with the 4 vertices selected, I'll press Alt M to pop up the merge menu and then select at the center to merge all the 4 vertices at the center, and this will build my ear on the right hand side, and the same is obviously getting replicated on the left hand side. Next, go into side view by pressing 3 on the number keypad and then activate the knife tool by pressing K. Now using the knife tool, I'm going to trace out a triangular structure at the near bottom of the owl structure, and these are going to be utilized for creating the wings later on. The usage of knife tool is very simple. Press K to activate the knife tool, then trace whatever path you want on the faces. Once you are done, press enter and the path will be committed on the model. In a similar way, create a structure near the ear also. So in essence, what I am doing is trying to create an area for the wings to pop up by using the extrude functionality. Go to side view by pressing 3 on the number keypad and select all the faces from which you want to create the wing. Press E to start the extrude and then move your mouse to create that popped up wings. Next, I did a little bit of shaping of the wings. To do that, I selected the vertices which I wanted to move around. To select, click a particular vertex. If you want to do multiple selection, keep your shift key pressed and then do multiple selection. To move the vertex, use G on the keyboard to initiate the grab functionality, and then specify a particular direction in which you want the vertices to move. So if you want to move it in the, let's say, Z direction, then press G, Z. If you want to move it in the Y direction, then press G, Y, and so on. Using this movement of the vertices and and moving around them a little bit, get the right shape for the wing as the way you want it. Now we'll move on to making the nose. For that, activate the knife tool by pressing K on the keyboard, and we are going to trace out half the shape of the nose, and the other half will automatically get created on the left hand side. So press K on the keyboard to initiate the knife tool, and then trace out the path for the nose, and once you are happy with the path that you have traced, press enter. Next, we are going to peak the nose a little bit to give it a more pronounced structure. Select the center vertex on the nose, press G on the keyboard, and then pull it along the Y direction by pressing Y after pressing G. Also, I'm going to position it a little bit lower along the Z axis. So once again, I'm going to use the G plus Z key combination to move it along the Z direction and give it a more nose-like structure pointing downwards. Activate the knife tool again by pressing K on the keyboard, and now we are going to trace the eye socket on the front of the owl face, and then we are going to do a little bit of more work on the eye to give it a more eyeball like structure. Since this is a cartoonish owl, so we are going to create a polygonal eye structure on the front of the face nearby the nose. Now within the boundaries of the traced shape you have done just now, select the vertices. If there are more than one, select them all and dissolve those vertices. To dissolve, right click and then select dissolve vertices. This will create a plain face with the traced shape on the owl face. Now select that face and press I on the keyboard to create an inset face within the already selected face. Now we'll create a little hollow in the eye by keeping that inset face selected and moving it inwards inside the owl body on the Y axis. So select that face, press G, then Y, and move it a little bit inwards. Now we are getting a little bit of 3D eye structure, and finally we are going to create eyeballs. So once again we are going to inset the already inset face, create another inset face within it by pressing I and then going inwards. And then now to create that eyeball structure, we are going to pop it outwards by moving in the reverse direction on the Y axis only. Now our owl structure is essentially ready. Anything else you do from this point onwards is just to beautify it a little bit more and clean it up a little bit more. So for example, I wanted to paint stripes, but with the faces you can only put one color on a face. So I went into the modifier section and selected triangulate, which essentially is going to divide my faces into two triangles. You cannot apply a modifier in the edit mode, so you'll have to go back into the object mode by pressing tab and then press apply on the modifier. And as you can see, all my faces have been divided into two triangles now. Now using that, I can now start tracing out colors. I can use basically two colors now on a single face. To color your owl, first define all the colors you want to use on the owls. That you can do in the materials section on the right hand side. At the bottommost option you need to select for that, and there keep adding new materials and define the colors by clicking on the color palette and selecting required color from the color wheel. Coloring your owl is very easy. First you need to select the color which you want to apply, then select the faces on which you want to apply the color, and once you are done, then you simply need to press apply and that particular color will be applied onto the selected faces. Do it in a similar fashion for all the faces and you will have your owl ready. To see how the owl has been looking so far, you will need to click that render option on the top right corner, those three small spheres that you see. So the rightmost sphere you will need to select to see how the owl is looking in colors. And with that, our 3D low poly cartoonish owl structure is ready. To export the 3D model, under the file menu in the export section, select OBJ to export the 3D file, and then you can use that 3D file in Peppercura to create your own template. And here is the low poly papercraft of the owl that we just created, and it has come out really gorgeous. It is looking really cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, then please do not forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also do subscribe to my channel for regular videos on paper arts and associated softwares and technologies. I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, take care, and bye bye.